friends, and welcome to another French Fried Trains Minecraft train tutorial. Today, we're going to be building this Calgary Ctrain Siemens U2, which is a light rail train from Canada, and it's electric multiple units here. So let's get right into the build. So the first step here is to figure out where you want your front wheels to be. And we're going to put a netherite wheel on each rail with an end rod axle. Behind it, we're going to do a 3x5 of chiseled polished blackstone. Then another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. Open dark oak bend skates into the ends of the wheels here and at this end. Then we're going to come on the side of this and put a polished deep slate block on the center of each side. Then a polished deep slate stair on either side of the block on both sides like this. Then two polished deep slate slabs here and two here. And do the same thing on this side here. Then we're coming up on whichever end the front is going to be. And take chiseled polished blackstone on the middle and put 3 on the top middle. And we're going to extend it forward 3 wide until it's 3 blocks past where the fence gates are. Like that. Then on the very front of this, 2 smooth stone slabs on the top center here, and then 1 on the upper hip box of either side. Then a smooth quartz slab on each outside edge and a polished deep slate slab on this center for the coupler. Once that's done, we're going to swing down behind this here with polished deep slate slab. Right behind these fence gates, we need to get slabs on the upper hip box, and we're going to go 3 wide and 6 blocks long. Then once we have that, we'll skip 1 block back from this, and then get a netherite wheel on each rail with an end rod axle. Then open dark oak bend skates in between here on each wheel. Behind this, a 3x5 of chiseled polished blackstone block. Then another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle, and open dark oak bend skates into the ends of the wheels. Then same as before, a polished deep slate block on the center of each side. Then a polished deep slate stair on either side of the block. And then 2 polished deep slate slabs on the bottom of each end. Same thing over here. Then, right behind these fence gates, get polished deep slate slabs on the upper hip box again. And we're going to go 3 wide and 6 long again. Then skip a block forward from this and a netherite wheel on each rail with an end rod axle. Then a 3x5 of chiseled polished blackstone, and another set of netherite wheels and an end rod axle. Open dark oak bend skate into the ends of the wheels here, and at this end. Then same as before, polished deep slate on the center of each side, polished deep slate stair on either side of the block, then 2 polished deep slate slabs on the bottom of each end on the side of the truck on both sides here. Then we'll come back up front on top here, and we're going to fill this whole top middle 3 on the second layer with chiseled polished blackstone. And we're just going to bring it right down to the other end. When we get to this end, we're going to come 3 blocks past where these fence gates are. Then on the end, 2 smooth stone slabs here, 1 on the upper hip box of either side, and smooth quartz slabs on each outside edge, and a polished deep slate slab in the middle for the coupler there. Then come underneath here, we need to run a line of dark oak fence gates up the center under here for the air line. We need to do the same thing at this end. A line of fence gates right up the center. Actually, I don't think I got it all the way to the end down here, so I have to fix that. one more right here under this coupler. Then on these top corners, on the outside edge, we're going to put 4 warp slabs here, 4 on this side. Come to the other end and do the same thing. So 4 here, and 4 here. Then switch to smooth quartz slabs and start running it all the way down this top outside edge. When we get over this central truck on the middle block of it, we're actually going to leave a gap here, and we're going to knock out these 3 so there's a space between them. Then after the space, continue with smooth quartz slabs, because this is actually 2 cars articulated over a central truck. Then we do the same thing on this side, smooth quartz slabs up here, skip the middle gap here, and same thing here. Then we're going to switch to smooth quartz block, and we're going to come up on the top of it here. And we're going to start going around the top outside edge with smooth quartz. So come 5 across here and start bringing it down the side. Skip the middle block, keep bringing it down after that. Come across this end and back up this side. Skip the middle block again and finish off this side. Then come inside here and start filling this middle 3 all with clay and bringing it all the way back. We're going to stop at this gap and put 3 iron trapdoors across this top middle here. And then on the second car, do the same thing and fill this middle 3 all with clay. Now come on top of the end here, 5 smooth quartz across the top, then 4 coming back the side, then 2 doors. Then, behind these doors, we're going to do 10 smooth quartz blocks coming up the side. Then 2 doors, and then 4 smooth quartz. Then on the second car after the gap, we do the same thing, but opposite here. So we'll do 4 smooth quartz, 2 doors, then 10 smooth quartz, 2 doors after that, then smooth quartz, 4 of them here, 5 across the end, then come over to the other side and simply copy our pattern of smooth quartz and doors directly across to the other side. Make sure we skip that middle gap, and then copy it directly across on this car as well. Just like that. Now on the center of the end, 2 diorite walls in the center, and a 2x2 of black stained glass panes on either side of the wall. We're going to do the same thing at this end. So 2 walls here, and a 2x2 of black stained glass panes on either side of it. Then coming down the side here, we're going to go back to smooth quartz. We're going to put a column of 2 here, then a column of 2 on either side of the door and come over the top of it. Then we're going to skip 2 and do another column, skip 2 another column, and then 2 by this side of the door, come over it, 2 here, 2 on the end. Then 2 here, 2 by the door, over the door, 2 here. Skip 2, another column, skip 2, another column, then 2 here, up and over the door, 2 here, and 2 right here. Then come through on this side and copy our pattern of smooth quartz directly across to this side, exactly how it is on the opposite side. Then we're going to come through end to end on both sides and fill all of these window gaps with black stained glass panes on both sides. Now we're going to come back through, and above every single door, we're going to close birch trap doors above it, so it looks like the doors extend up farther. And we'll do the same thing here, and get this whole side. Once that's done, we're going to come on top of the end here, and we're going to need smooth quartz blocks and stairs. On the top middle of the end, 3 smooth quartz blocks, and an outward facing stair on each side of it. And then we'll run smooth quartz stairs facing outward all the way down this top outside edge. We're going to skip this middle gap and then do the same thing on this car. A full row of smooth quartz stairs on the top outside edge. And then 3 smooth quartz blocks across the top end above the window here. And then same thing on this side, a full row of outward facing smooth quartz stairs on this top outside edge. And then, same as before, we're going to skip the middle gap here, and then continue on with your stairs. Just like that. Now come on the end of it, we're going to put a skeleton skull on either side of the bottom here. On the top middle, a dark oak sign with a mangrove button on either side. And then we'll repeat the pattern at the other end. So come down here, mangrove button on each side up here, dark oak sign in the middle, and a skeleton skull on either side of the bottom. Now we'll come into a loom because we have a bunch of banners to make. We're going to be using a blue banner and also magenta dye. We're going to make the bottom half magenta, then switch to light blue dye, horizontal on top. Then take that, switch to white dye, and put this white triangle across the bottom. Then go back to light blue and a horizontal on top again. So it looks like that. Then we have to build the same thing but opposite. So blue banner, magenta dye, bottom half magenta, switch to light blue, and we'll put a horizontal on the top. Switch to white, do the opposite bottom triangle, switch to light blue, and a horizontal on top again. And we'll come place these ones before moving on. So under the back of this first side window, we put this one facing this way. Then on the other side, we do the opposite one, so it's facing that way. And then we repeat the process at this end, so under this window, facing this way at this end, and then the opposite one on this side under the window here. And then we can clear those banners, and we have more to do. So next, we're gonna need white banner and a light gray banner here. So we'll come back into our loom, this time with a light gray banner and white dye, and put a white border on it. Then take that here, and we're going to switch over to blue dye, make the top half blue, switch to light blue dye, horizontal on top, then switch to magenta dye, horizontal in the center. Then we'll take the white banner out, and we'll do a white banner and light blue dye, make the horizontal on top. Then go to regular blue dye, horizontal in the center. Then go to magenta dye, horizontal on the bottom. Like that. So there's 2 white stripes in between there. And And now these next banners are done, and we'll come and place these. So we're going to take the one with the gray on bottom, and that goes on the edge right here and right here. Then do the same thing on this end. The one with gray goes right here, and then we'll fill in between here with these stripe ones, and then just fill all the rest of the side with the stripe ones anywhere that there is not a door. Just skip over the doors. And then in between these ones. Then we'll do the same thing on this side in between all these ones. And fill in all the rest of this side. And just skip over all the doors. Then get in between here. And then swing around on the end, one stripe on here and here. And that's why we used the player heads for the headlights, so they would show through the banner. Same thing here and here. Now come back to a loom with a magenta banner in light blue dye. And we're going to put this triangle across the top. Then switch to blue dye and a diagonal. Then switch to white dye and put white dye in this top corner and then on the opposite bottom corner. Then we'll make one exactly opposite. So magenta banner, light blue dye, do the opposite triangle, switch to blue dye, opposite diagonal, switch to white dye, and one up in this corner and then one on the opposite bottom corner. Because these stripes angle down, and we're going to come on the nose and put them in a pattern like this. Then we'll do the same thing. On this end, put those two banners in a pattern like this. Then in between here, we'll put a birch sign right here, and we're going to put 2047 on it. And hit that with black dye and a glow ink sac. We'll do the same thing at this end. Put on our birch sign, 2047, black dye, glow ink sac. Now we're going to come on the side, put a temporary block here and here. Do the same thing at this end, one here and one here. On top of those, we're going to use them to put an inward angled wither skeleton skull on each side for mirrors. Do the same thing down here. Then we'll come through, we'll put an iron bar above the wither skeleton skull and take out the temporary block below it. Same thing here. Then get the other end on both sides. Then we'll start working on the inside. So come inside here and come right up to the end. Right here, 3 polished deep slate slabs, 2 glow item frames with end crystals, and a lever. Then turn around, and right behind this first window, we'll put 2 iron blocks here, 1 on the top center, and a glass on the side, like this, 3 across this top. Then a torch up here, a stair down here for a seat. Come on this side of it, and put a door right here. We repeat the process at this end. So 3 slabs, 2 glow item frames with end crystals, and a lever. Turn around behind this window. 2 iron blocks here, 1 here, glass here, 3 iron blocks across the top, a torch up here, a stair for a seat. Come on this side, put a door right here. Now come to where these iron trap doors are, and we're going to crouch and put 3 diorite walls coming up each side, and 1 on the top center to frame it in as a doorway. Now come in here, behind this front door, a stair on each side for seats, and we'll skip a block opposite way, and just keep doing a pattern like this of back-to-back seats with a block in between them. skip this doorway, back-to-back seats on each side here, one here and here. And we're going to repeat that pattern for this car. So here and here, skip a block, back-to-back here and here. Skip the door, two facing this way, then this way, skip a block, another pair back-to-back, skip a block, another pair back-to-back, and then two facing this way. Then basically everywhere there's a column of smooth quartz on the sides of the windows, we're going to put 2 iron bars coming up above the seats. And 2 back here. Do the same thing on this side. And then of course, we'll repeat the process in the second car. So 2 here, 2 here. 2 on either side of the door, 2 on each window divider, 2 here. And then copy it on this side. Now we're going to light it, so take out end rods, and in the center on this third block up, we're just going to do a full row of horizontal end rods. Bring it right back to this diorite wall, then skip over the wall, and we'll do the same thing in this car, a full row of horizontal end rods. And now the interior is done and we'll come outside. On top of these diorite walls, we're going to put 3 more on this top middle here. And then we're going to put a full column of them coming up this side gap till it's right below those stairs. Then same thing here, a column of 4 here. Then we're going to come up top, start from one end, and we're going to fill this whole top middle 3 with cyan terracotta until it covers the whole roof. Skip over the diorite walls, and same thing on this car, fill the whole top middle 3 with cyan terracotta. And bring it right down to this other end. Just like that. And I just realized I messed up some of the striping, so come back into a loom with a blue banner, light blue dye, and put a horizontal on the top. Then switch to white dye and make the bottom half white. Then switch to magenta dye and put a horizontal in the center, so it looks like that. So the striping actually comes up where that angle is. So we need to change this one and this one to the new banner, and also this one here, this one here, then this one, and this one. And we need to repeat the process on the other end. So change that one, then this one, and this one, and then these ones in front of this triangle one here. Next, come on top of the end on the first cyan terracotta blocks on each side and put 2 levers going into each other. Then take deep slate tile slab, 1 on each side above this first door, and then 1 on each side above this middle window. Then at the back, a polished black stone button on each side. Come back up here and put an angled skeleton skull right behind the lever on that side only. Then we'll repeat the process, so come to this end, 2 levers going into each other on each side. Then above the door, a slab on each side, and above the middle window, a slab on each side, and back here, a button on each side. Then an angled skeleton skull right here. Then we'll do the pantograph. So right in front of these buttons here, we're going to put a grindstone on each side. Then we're going to take polish andesite slabs, and we need to get them on the upper hip box, 3 of them in the middle right here. Then behind it, a grindstone on each side again. Up here, 2 iron bars. One on top here and back one. One on top here and forward one. Then out to each side. Up here, 3 iron trapdoors. Then open a fence gate on the side right here and right here. Then we'll take out these outer iron bars, leaving only the middle one. And that completes the build for the single car here. What we need to do next is use the structure command to copy in, or just build as many of these cars as you want on your train here. I've just done 3 in the interest of saving time. So that completes the build here. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And everyone, have a great week. Stay safe out there, rail fans.